Hello everyone, welcome back to Enter the Gungeon with me, Flik. This is episode 100, recorded live on Twitch. It is being classed as an Inside Baseball episode because I'm going to take questions from the Twitch chat. I was going to try and put the chat up on screen, but I don't know how to do that. So, let's just start. I'm playing a marine run. I'm going to try and maybe take it a little slow so I can read chat a bit more, probably stop between rooms, because the purpose here is not just, hey, let's try and win. It is answering questions. Chat, if you want to at me the questions to make sure I know which ones are questions and which ones are not just you chatting to each other, that would help. Strangely, this has a question. Would you say it's better to upgrade your current PC even though it's old as balls, or should I just build an old one? I would think if it's as old as balls and like every part of it is old, I would start fresh, but that's just me. I don't take a lot of joy in building computers though, but I'm not really into the whole putting them together. Thank you for the bits, Oracle M. With Luxie, Muxie, the Dragon, whatever the hell it's called. Inside Baseball User Edition. Will you go all the way on 100? I'll go to Bullet Hell if the run lets me go to Bullet Hell, by which I mean comfortable HP, good weapons, lots of ammo. What exactly is inside a baseball? I believe it's filled with powder, but I might be wrong. Wow. Fleeting defense. Chat, you're mostly just trying to summon things in Twitch chat. That's weird. This episode turns out bad because you didn't give me anything to talk about. It's on you. It's not on me, chat. Also, is this a fish or a bird? It's a fish, right? You know someone who can build it for you? That's perfect. If you need help picking out parts for a new PC, there's a subreddit specifically for people saying, hey, this is the PC I'm interested in, is it good, what's better? Just don't get too bogged down with having to have the newest shiny. Which seems to affect others' viewership more, Twitch to YouTube or YouTube to Twitch? There's a lot of stuff I stream on Twitch where viewership stays the same. So let's take an average of say 150. Like say 150 people watch me live. Generally speaking, that's as many people watch me live regardless of what I'm playing. There's exceptions. Like the return to Overwatch we did went up to like 200. So it stays pretty static on the Twitch side because I think it's more of a close-knit community. On the YouTube side it's a bit more fickle. So if I port anything over from Twitch, it's very, very variable what gets views and what doesn't. Like me now playing through Resident Evil 5 together, no one's interested in that on the YouTube side really. For some reason, I'm not sure why. Monster Hunter, not really. But then you get stuff like the Dead Cell VODs, playing Overwatch live. That stuff goes over very well to YouTube. What was the first game I streamed? I think it was Monster Hunter. That's if you don't include like streams of CRs that I was on prior to me being able to stream. I think it might be Monster Hunter. Because that was before Overwatch came out as well. For recording, is it better to have more than one monitor? If you're local recording, one monitor is usually fine, although it helps to be able to see if a recording messes up midway. For streaming, two is definitely very, very good. If it was Monster Hunter I played first, it was probably just because we were playing it at the time. It's a game I like playing and I have an audience for Monster Hunter, although it doesn't always come across that way on the YouTube side anymore. I think it's because the Monster Hunter crowd aren't that keen on watching the Japanese games. They prefer the ones they can understand as well. And I get that. Sasha2 says they're a banana. That's not a question. Could you change that into the form of a question? In your own downtime, any... Oh, hang on, missed that one. Any YouTube TV shows, etc. that you have an interest in? I have like 2 seasons of The Walking Dead to catch up on. I catch up on like movies I missed in the cinema. Although mostly in my days off, my day off, Mondays. I'm trying to play through Persona 5 that is. And I haven't been achieving it very well. Like on Monday, just gone there, choked up with allergies, had to do the food shop for the week. and I had a meeting with my accountant, so I had no time. It's going to take me years to get through Persona 5 at this rate. I'm going to wait on that shop and think for a little while. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming since March 1st, 2016. And I got partnership on July 29th, 2016. What is a reasonable price to pay for a medium-end computer? For a medium-end computer, I would say £500 to £800 maybe, if you're very good with your picks and have someone else build it for you. What got me into streaming? Same thing that got me into gaming. I like playing for an audience. When I was younger, my friends and I recorded ourselves playing games onto VHS tape, believe it or not. Ooh, that's interesting to choose from as well. I'm a banana ? Thank you for indulging me. What games am I looking forward to this year? Let's see. It's hard to say because I try not to get too hype about anything, and I love just randomly stumbling across really good indie games like Dead Cells and like Hollow Knight. As far as AAA stuff, I'm not sure. E3 is right around the corner, so maybe that'll get me hyped for things. If they reveal Monster Hunter 5, I'd be all about that. I'd be on the hype train instantly. If they reveal Dragon's Dogma 2, I'd be on the hype train for that. Brown quality chest. Joys. Joy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Is anyone else having Twitch problems? Twitch has been having problems the past couple of days. For a longer series, i.e. a Witcher game, would it be better to upload hour-long chunks or 20-minute highlights? The length of YouTube videos, I remember like touching on it in an Inside Baseball episode before. I feel like what I do is wrong, but I do it because that's the way I like to take my content. I like half hour to an hour to more than that episodes of things to have on in the background. That's the kind of content I like, so that's the kind of content I produce. YouTube thinks shorter is better, although at least 10 minutes so that you can put mid-rolls on it. I personally think short content is fine if it's something like it's a skit, it's a joke, it's a highlight, you know, a stupid thing like one of those Overwatch music videos. You know, something like that. Something like that fits a short... Oh, so I started and ended the sentence the same way. OCD. Something like that is fine. I, in general, prefer long-form content, though. I don't think there's a wrong length of content to do, let's put it that way. If you do all your videos exactly 10 minutes long just to scam people out of extra ad money, then that's when you're doing it wrong. How often do indie developers reach out to me? I get dozens of emails per day, and that is not an exaggeration. Well, actually, it is an exaggeration to say dozens every day. There's times of the year where it's really bad. Just before E3 right now, I'm getting at least a dozen a day. A lot of them don't get read beyond the title because I'm just put off by something to do with the game. Or if it's a mobile game, because I can't cover mobile games. I don't cover desktop-based games. But I get a lot, and also I get press releases from AAA companies, and I talk to some of them that I have contacts with. For someone looking to get a gaming PC for the first time with a limited budget, should I build one or just buy one whole? I would buy one whole because I do not trust myself to build a PC. If you are confident or have a friend like Elle does who's very good at building PCs, work with them and you will get a lot more for your money. But you have to have someone who can do that. Is there any game series you really wanted to make videos for but haven't because you felt there wouldn't be enough of an audience for it? That happens all the time. Also, I'm going to be fighting a boss now, so I might have to slow down on answering for a second here. Let's see if I can think of something specific. I don't know there's been a lot of games where I'll enjoy playing them, like Persona 5 I guess, although that's also because Atlas doesn't want people streaming it really. An RPG where I can get my teeth into it, I wouldn't mind doing that sort of thing, but at the same time, having to always be on when you're playing a game can sometimes detract from the enjoyment. I feel like I'm enjoying Persona 5 more having played it by myself, without having to think of like, oh, let's talk about this now. I'm stuck on the table! Ooh, I got away with it, I think. Goddamn tables. They hate me because I love chairs more. They're out to get me. I will scroll back. to other questions after this boss fight. We'll sit for like 5 minutes if I have to. Right, hang on. I want to go back a little bit. Answer that one. Yeah, it's a series that I wish I could carry on. Like, I wish Monster Hunter was more popular. I love Monster Hunter games, but they just don't do as well as they used to. Again, because they're Japanese. Does watching the VODs on Twitch do the same as watching them on YouTube as far as supporting you? I don't know. I think, well, with the ads on YouTube being terrible right now, probably. But I'm honestly not sure. Is a PC that's worth $650 and it's pro build worth buying? I couldn't tell you without like specifically knowing the stats, and I'm also not the person to ask. If you want to compare whatever you're looking at to what I use, my PC is listed below the stream. That's the one I'm currently using. I do intend to upgrade after I get this house stuff sorted, but it's still fine. It runs everything. I haven't had an issue running anything that isn't a problem with the game. How do I feel about the game industry evolution? Do you think games are more and more stream friendly because of streaming success? Yes. I think that if the video generation dies, the streaming generation will boom. Eventually it'll get replaced by something else as well, but developers are doing their own streams now. Gaming websites are doing their own streams now. They know that live content is where people want it. How quickly did this community grow? And how did you maintain the growth? I haven't maintained the growth. When I stopped playing Overwatch as much, I lost a big chunk of my audience. We were getting like 350 people per day when Overwatch took off. When I started streaming, I had like 13 people. So it has grown. You just have to stick with it. Play the games that you want to play. You get the community that you deserve eventually, is my opinion. And I've mentioned that before. Am I caught up with people yet? Yes, I have. Alright, I can go back to playing the game now and kind of read the chat. Starting streaming and starting YouTube is tough. I think it's probably tougher on the YouTube side. Because on YouTube, you've got to have a shtick, sadly. On Twitch, if you're just a nice person or if you have a personality, some people do the whole persona thing on Twitch and it works for them. A mistake I see streamers making, without naming names, is there's a difference between playing a game with your friends while you happen to be streaming and streaming a game for other people while happening to play it with your friends. And I know it sounds like I just said the same thing in two different ways, but I didn't. You're putting on a show for other people rather than playing with your friends while people happen to be watching. And that's a mistake a lot of people fall into. And I'm not saying I'm a comedian or a world-class entertainer or anything like that, but I'm at least aspiring to put on a show. Like, even when I'm playing a game with other people, I'm still trying, although sometimes I fail, to engage the chat and keep them going. I'm not just playing a game with friends. Like, I don't know if anyone was on Owl's stream that time where it was on my day off, but I wanted to play pub with him, so I just played a couple of duos and we actually got our first win, or I got my first win. Listen to the way I was talking during that night. I wasn't on, so I was camera, I wasn't projecting my voice as much. It was his show, not mine, so I was relaxing. If you go back to the pub VODs on YouTube, it's whichever one where we first did our duels. I don't know if the whole VOD would still be on his channel by now because he's not partnered. But that's a good example. I came for Overwatch, stayed for cool vids. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a problem, quote unquote, with being a variety channel. If you are only interested in one game, I can't help you. I don't want to play just one game for the rest of my life. I like variety. Variety is the spice of life. And it's not that I've got a short attention span. I've played MMOs for years. Oh, there's a thing I wish I could stream more, actually, to go back to the previous question. I wish me streaming MMOs was more popular. Because I like playing MMOs, but they are not good to watch. Ah! Hang on, I'll look back at chat in a sec. Anyway, looking at chat. What do you think more... Oh, incidentally, if I do miss a question, like, wait a few minutes and you can say it again. Just try and get a break. Oh, I missed the top of that question. Hang on. What do you think is more important for streaming? Playing games you enjoy or playing games that have an audience? Play games you enjoy. When Overwatch stopped being enjoyable for me, I stopped playing it as much. Did it have a detrimental effect on the number of people watching me, on money, on views? Yes, it did, but I felt better for it because I wasn't playing a game I wasn't enjoying anymore. Although on that subject, taking a break from Overwatch and going back and kind of treating it like TF2, it's never going to be balanced. It's dumb. I enjoyed myself a lot more than the last time I remember playing Overwatch. Speaking of Spice, come on Spice. Do you think MMOs are dying out and that MOBAs will eventually equalise? I think MOBAs are already more popular than MMOs. If MMOs go the Guild Wars 2 route, or Guild Wars I guess, it did the same thing, that is a good idea. An MMO where you pay once, you get the game, you don't pay monthly, but there's a ton of cosmetic stuff you can buy with real money. You buy expansions, new classes with money, that kind of thing. That is the way the MMO system works today. That's what they all need to be doing. Suggestion, play Final Fantasy XIV after this. I'm actually playing Elder Scrolls Online at the moment because I got a key for the Morrowind expansion and I'm going to be doing a Let's Look At of that. I can't remember if I have an embargo for it, so don't ask me any questions about it for now. I think there is an embargo. I don't remember. I would have to go check. When did you meet the people you play with? I met El Reaper Court the same way, through Monster Hunter, although El I think was watching the channel prior to me starting Monster. He found me via Rogue Legacy. Pepper was via Overwatch, from what I remember, but I might be wrong. Dracovian and Valinar, they were from Overwatch. Oh wait, no, Valinar was Monster Hunter. Dracovian was Monster Hunter as well, actually. Yeah, because that's how the whole confusion about their names started, because they both use different names for the characters in Monster Hunter. The Corsair isn't as bad as I once thought it was. Oh, damn, I talked about the game. Sorry, moving on. Any interest in Destiny 2? I'm willing to give it a chance if El forces me to, because he wants to play it and apparently really likes Destiny 1. I hated Destiny 1. If they have improved it, then yeah, I'm willing to give anything a fair chance. I'm not willing to immediately dismiss it. Hey Felicia. If you're wondering why everyone in chat is asking me things, it's because we're recording episode 100 of Gungeon live and I'm doing an inside baseball thing, so I'm just answering anything that gets chucked at me. This might end up being like an hour and a half if I keep on pausing like this to read questions. What is something you wish you had done differently starting with Twitch and YouTube? I feel like if I had rode the Overwatch hype train like the town bicycle, I would have much more comfortably afforded a house and therefore would have alleviated a lot of stress for me, but I also would have hated myself for becoming a clickbait pile of shit channel, and I never want to do that. I would rather fail doing the right thing than succeed doing the wrong thing, as I've said many times before. And I personally see clickbait horribleness as doing the wrong thing. If you don't see it as that, fair enough. Ooh, I can almost afford Elder Blank, that's very good. Okay. There's no NDA on it? How do you know that? Oh, it's in early access for people who bought it, that's right. Well, I'm still, like, just starting. Although you do start in Morrowind now if you have that expansion. They have a new tutorial which is very similar to the original Morrowind's kind of opening. Why did you hate Destiny? If you go back to whatever year it was released, 2015, on my channel look for the top 5 best and worst 2015 video I did. I only do one of those types of videos per year. Whichever year Destiny was released, I go into detail. Long and short of it, it's the epitome of Bungie's arrogance. That's what I didn't like about it. But if you want the more verbose version of that sentence, go watch that video. As I understand it, they fixed it with the expansion, but by then it was too late. Hello Trentner. Clickbait is the worst in Pokemon the card game. No, clickbait rather in the Pokemon circle is worse than the Pokemon Go circle. That gets decried all the time on the subreddit. I got hooked on your Overwatch highlights and stayed for Monster Hunter and Dark Souls and roguelikes. I'm happy to hear that. I like bringing new indie games to people's attention, especially roguelikes, because the value you get for a roguelike, like Gungeon costs what, £15 and I've got over 100 hours in it? It's ridiculously good value. I think that's my Scottish blood showing. I like indie roguelikes because they're good value for money. Whereas you can pay £60 for a game that lasts 4 hours from a AAA company. How did you get in contact with companies that send you press copies or early releases? Most AAA developers have press extra sites. And if you have a following of a suitable size and apply, you can get into those, and they usually give you the PR contacts for the country that you're in. Indie devs, there's tons of websites. Evolve PR is really good. Keymailer is not very good for getting things you request. It's good for getting things requested at you. But that is another good way to get keys. And just finding contacts. Sometimes just asking the developer on Twitter if it's a small developer. It works, although I don't really do that. I send out emails very, very rarely these days. Which is why it's also so annoying that my imposter spams emails to indie devs every goddamn day of the week. But I suppose it does make it easy to tell who's me and who's the imposter if I don't actually send any emails. I only reply to emails that are sent to me. Also, I can tell the subject of talking inside baseball about YouTube and Twitch. Damn it. YouTube and Twitch isn't as entertaining as just talking about Gungeon in general, because we led like 20 people when I started talking about this stuff. We will keep on going though, because I wanted to do this. I also came for the Overwatch stuff and stayed for Gungeon. Aha! We are here for Gungeon. Thank you, Bob790, for 10 months in a row. They say ellipses, or ... if you prefer. It's in your blood to save money to buy more booze. A man after my own heart. I don't actually drink. I've never been drunk in my life. Ow. That ghost just hit me twice. It's embarrassing. But I am frugal with money, that's very true. Although, to be fair, I am buying a house, so I kind of need to be right now. Was almost a fantastic snipe. How does one go about starting to become a streamer? You get a free streaming program like OBS, which is very, very good. You set up a Twitch account and you just go. Just do it. Obviously have the recording stuff needed, the microphone, have a game in mind to play, have friends to join you if you're nervous about starting out and doing it solo. Another glass grindstone, nice. How did I meet Stormkiller? That was Monster Hunter as well. And the same with UK, that's how I met you, I think. Does maintaining your streaming schedule make having a personal life difficult? That's fine, because I am a weeb and a nerd, so I don't have a social life. If anything, streaming is more of a social life than I would have had I not been streaming. I can just... I forget this every time I get this room, you can just literally jump the gap. Now if I wanted to have a flamboyant nightlife, for instance, streaming 4 hours a night, 6 out of 7 days a week would obviously hamper that. But right now the streaming schedule I keep works for me. I like having the one day off just to relax. It's enough. Down the line, if that didn't feel like enough, I would take more days off. I'm aware it would have consequences, obviously. But I take as much as I need. Any stress from the... well, not any stress. Most stress from anything associated with YouTube or Twitch is self-imposed stress. Double vision. You beautiful thing, you... oh, goodbye, ammo, whatever it's called. What did you miss? I'm answering a lot of questions from chat for episode 100 of Gungeon. You've missed quite a few, but I'm kind of trying to get through them quickly because there's a lot of them. Came for Overwatch, stayed because you play lots of games I don't like playing but love to watch. That is perfectly fine too. Also, not watching anything I do because you don't want spoilers is a perfectly acceptable stance to have. Like, a lot of people didn't watch Horizon for that reason, and I understand. Horizon is one of the best things I've played this year. It's very, very good. Is it true you don't have a car? Do you have a driver's license? How do you get around? I do not have a car. If I need to go any great distance, family drives me. I have a bike, and there's buses. And trains. But no, I never learned to drive. When I was 16, 17 or so, a friend of mine died in a car crash, and I was too scared to ever learn as a result. So I am a coward. But that is the reason. Incidentally, another friend of mine who is closer to that person than me also has never learned to drive for, I suspect, the exact same reason. I will look back at chat in a second. I want to flawless this bitch because I don't think I did in that other run. There we go. Is there any advice for starting a Patreon and rewarding backers? For an artist style, Kenzie, I can't really help you there. Court knows somebody who has an art Patreon because he told me about it when we were playing Monster Hunter. Also, there's a good gun if I remember rightly. He can either tell you or I can put you in touch with the person who he knows who has one, and he'd be able to help you out with that. How do you feel about building a small but loyal community? I know it brings in less money from viewers, but the perspective is nice, and so is interaction. I like having a tight-knit community. Obviously, it would be better if it was bigger, but I'm aware that some of the personality is lost when it's bigger. It's one of those catch-22 things that there's no good answer to. Because if I say, oh, I wish my community was bigger, people would read that as, oh, so that means you want more money. But I like being able to actually chat to people in chat, and sometimes it still goes too fast for me to keep up. Like back in those Overwatch days where we had literally hundreds and hundreds, of that time we had 1,000 people, chat was moving too fast for me. But that's why I have stuff like Discord and why we have pre-chup before the streams. That's the chance to talk to me in a much smaller kind of community. As an older gamer, Gamera says, I will not say your age for the chat. This is none of their business. Are there older games you like to replay? Ah, damn it! It went away. Are there older games you'd like to replay, but there won't be pressure to play more modern games? Oh, but won't because there's more pressure. If I wanted to go back to the game, I would. I went back to Alan Wake on stream. I went back to Resident Evil 5. So no, I don't mind about that kind of stuff. If people want to watch it or don't want to watch it, it's up to them. I'll use Science Cannon, why not? Sometimes I wish developers would stop getting in the way of me going back to older games. I would love to play Suikoden 1 and 2 on stream. I guess I still could, I just couldn't put it on YouTube. That's where I got my name from. More so Suikoden 2 than 1. 1 is very, very dated now, but 2 is an excellent RPG. But it is also an RPG, so, you know, a lot of grinding, etc. But it's really, really good. And the character Flik in it is also very, very good. This is a nightmare room for trying to read chat at the same time. Alright. Whoop. Reading back a little bit, make sure I didn't miss anything. I saw Hugh trying to summon Big Wan again. Since this is Q&A, what's your opinion on Destiny 2? I have no opinion on it yet. I didn't like 1, but I'm willing to give 2 a chance if it bugs me about it enough. Loving gaming videos on YouTube long time, but life and work changes some years ago forced me out of that. Then found your Overwatch videos and stayed for everything else. Loved XCOM. Also, your accent brings me back to the good old days when I lived half a year in Scotland. Wow. That must have been for school or something, Trenter. So Flik needs a small community with rich viewers. No, I make enough to live on. It's fine. YouTube is kind of shitty right now. It's going to go... Well, it's not going to improve necessarily, but it's going to get back to the medium. Twitch is going very well. So I'm fine with having a community of the size I have right now, and I'm very humbled by the size we have right now. Have you thought of a cheesy name for your fan base, as in hashtag flicking flicksters? No, Valinar. We have the Mafia Frog family. You get indoctrinated into the Mafia family. Which is only conducting legitimate business, if anyone asks. Any chance of more squad-based games loving XCOM 2? I'm hoping that E3 will show off a new XCOM. I don't think it'll be XCOM 3. I think it'll be a big expansion for 2. And if that comes out, I'm all over that. I tend to avoid streamers with huge audiences because it's no fun, but I also want the people I watch to become that big. I know that's the catch-22. It sucks. It's just a no-win situation for someone. Either you stay small, have a good community, but can't sustain yourself on it, or get too big that people feel like they're just a voice lost in the crowd. It's the dichotomy of streaming, unfortunately. Would you play Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate if I gave you a challenge to play it? Probably not, because I like the styles added in Generations. What's the best game you've ever played? I don't have a... Well, when anyone asks my number one game, I say Xenogears. But I've got like a top 10. I like Resident Evil 1, the GameCube remake. I love Alan Wake. Hollow Knight is probably going to be on there because it's fantastic. If you need any gear in Elder Scrolls Online, let me know. Thank you. Alright, I think I'm catching up. Did I ever play EverQuest? I think I tried EverQuest 2 once. Also, I really should stop giving such verbose answers. Do you also like any other types of games than roguelike? Yeah, I do. I love RTSs, first-person shooters, RPGs especially. I don't know what kind of game like Pokemon and say like Fire Emblem get classed as, but I like them. Yeah, let's see you break this beam. Do it, you won't. Working in a farm for agriculture. There we go. College. Nice. Yeah, we have a lot of farms here. Where did Mafia Frog come from? It came from a running joke we were talking about to each other. Well, it started in Monster Hunter where we just talked about... I can't remember what triggered the conversation about a frog that was part of a mafia, but it happened, and I kept on talking about instead of a horse head, it leaves you an onion. For no reason, it's just an onion instead of a horse head. And then in Discord has a fantastic frog emote rather. And I started combining it with the cigarette emote and telling little stories where he'd burn down buildings and things, and then look all innocent. And then when I eventually got Twitch partnership, I asked Kurt to do a Mafia Frog emote, and that's how it was born. And I specified he would have a water pistol. Water pistol and a cigarette. Oh. That was short-lived but fun. Much like my career! Oh, busy room again. Bear with me 1 second. God, double vision is good. Yep. Have I played the Witcher games? I've played all the Witcher games, but I have only finished 1 and 2. I never finished 3 because it's too big and had too many things, and I got distracted by other games and then couldn't go back because I forgot what I was doing. It just, when you think it's going to end like twice over, there's more after that. I was very close, eventually. But damn, yeah, it's a long game. It's fantastic, but very, very long. Probably the best Western RPG for a long time. Even compared to the Japanese ones, it'd still be very good. In the previous Inside Baseball, you talked about branding. Could you go into more depth about brand development from someone beginning to create one? I am not in a position where I can give facts on branding. That was mostly... I gave all the information I could in that episode. Like, the biggest thing to take from that is, if you do have an audience, find what search terms are being used to find you, and if you're seeing your brand in there, then you've done it right. Yeah, brand is something I don't feel qualified about. Like saying anything as facts rather than opinion. Don't have a dumb name. Have an easy to spell name. Try and be unique. Don't call yourself Sephiroth. Don't call yourself Cloud Strife. You know, that kind of thing. Don't call yourself Boring Gamer. Don't call yourself Sucky, crappy ass video game person number 57. We'll ignore that for now. Witcher 3 was the extended cut of Return to the King. Yes. Don't call yourself Reaper. Reaper is a very generic name. Overwatch, obviously, having a character called that hasn't helped. So yeah, but he's trying to rebrand, he just hasn't decided on a name yet. He wants to stick with the theme though, which is fair. So that's making it hard, because how do you stick to the theme and not do something that 15 million teenagers are using? Wow. You know, on the subject of community chat, after we finish doing this, we really should play a community game where you can join me for something. I think that kind of is a nice bow on the conversation once it's done. Why is left always best? Because I'm left-handed. That is why. And there's too many of you right-handed people out there. I don't trust you. Maybe golf with your friends? Yeah, we could do that. Or, oh, use your words by yourself with, like, just me. We wouldn't really get into any giggle fits. Playing Jackbox games with just the audience works. Why does it always land on Casey Jones? I don't know. It doesn't always land on Casey Jones, it just mostly lands on him. It is possible that maybe his side weighs more. I don't think it does. It doesn't always land on Casey Jones. And I know always Casey Jones might turn up in the chat now. Oh, excellent. It doesn't always land on Casey Jones. Reload Gungeon over liquids. Doesn't that set it on fire? Oh, this is out of ammo as well? Come on now. We're still early enough I can get away with the starting pistol, I suppose. I'd rather not. Do left-handed people have lefts instead of rights? Yes? I don't know what that means. Actually, maybe we can get away with the Corsair. Ooh, let's just fire that out there. Oh. That's very disappointing. I think we're just going to ignore Big Boy or whatever the hell it's called. Double Vision, I'm more fine with that. That pun is bad and you should feel bad. It means we left-handers will one day rule the world. I hope so. Why is this getting stuck on the wall sometimes? It's very strange. Oh, the ricochet though, excellent. Do you always start the flip with Casey Jones up? No, I do not. Hang on, let me do two quick checks. Alright, so this is a flip with Casey Jones facing up when I flip it. Ooh, I dropped the coin almost. It landed on Turtles. This is a flip with Turtles facing up. It landed on Casey Jones. Hang on, we might go on something here. I don't flip it the same number. No, that was Casey Jones to Casey Jones. I don't flip it the same number of times, though. Sometimes I flip it a bit higher. JC Cones. That's his evil twin. Oh, one of the lock-on guns is there. Screw you! You can see them locking on. Want to thank you for the Binding of Isaac videos. Barely made it up to Mom, but now I can easily make it to Cool Baby. I'm happy to hear that. I don't know what I did to help you. I guess just maybe dodging patterns. Happy to help though. Actually, on the subject of getting discouraged, because if you're just starting out, you're going to get discouraged. Because even if you've been doing it for years, you sometimes get discouraged. You'll always focus on the negative that you hear towards yourself and forget all the good stuff you hear. I've had some very, very nice messages from people about them getting through tough times just as, like, using my voice as a distraction. And I forget that sometimes. And it's easy to focus on the comments you get which are shitty. Oh, so when you are starting out and you get a nice comment, commit it to memory and remember that you got it and remember the person was being sincere. And then, well, I was going to say all bad comments are just trolls. That's not always true. Some of them are just poorly worded, meaningful criticism. Oh, little bomber. At least it's fitting that Link gave me it, I suppose. When am I going to start Twilight Princess? I actually forgot about that. I guess that goes on the list of summer things. Or I could start including it in the summer votes, I suppose. Did I say summer? Sunday. I've been talking for a long time. My voice is going. What's the silliest combination of things you've had in Isaac? Go find the episode of Rebirth called Abundance 2. I had everything. Although that recent one where I had 180 damage, that's up there. Has there ever been a time you considered quitting? Yes. If you go back and watch my vlogs from just before I started streaming, like say December 2015, Twitch was the last ditch effort to make it work. And as it turns out, it was kind of Overwatch that made it work, but that combined made Twitch work as well. Damn your curvy ass bullets. There we go. I have tried Doom 2016, I played it through. I did that in my own time because I had an issue with OBS, so I couldn't play it on stream at the time. I was wondering why I suddenly felt faster. It's because when you have that engine out, you move faster. I'd probably be willing to replay Doom 2016 on stream, assuming they fixed the OBS issue. I can't remember if I just read it or said it, but will I play Death Road to Canada again? No immediate plans, to be honest, but maybe one day. What's my favourite meal? Pizza of some variety, probably. What are we using here? I guess we could just use bundle of ones. Maybe sticky crossbow. HP is not in a good place. This is going to last like 4 rooms at most. Good grief. Have I ever played Crypt of the Necrodancer? Yes, and I'm really, really bad at it. I have no rhythm, as it turns out. I have comedic timing, but I have no rhythm. Oh, damn. Also might be not too far off dying at this rate. Which is probably just as well been pausing every so often to read questions rather than just playing the run normally, because it would have been over by now. Where's the damn buffer? There you are. Another long ass room, so you'll have to excuse me for a second. We done? We're done. Okay. Strangeless wants to thank me for getting invested and interested in Twitch. Inspired you so much that you want to stream as well. I'm happy to hear that. I hope it goes well when you do start. In your opinion, what's the strongest and weakest point as a streamer? Do you mean me in particular? I struggle to read chat while playing sometimes and get too focused on the game sometimes. Ow. Case in point, I kind of have to focus here though. Another one? That full heart helps a crap ton. Do you think tabletops have enough of a following to try and upload 40k? I think that there is a deficit of Warhammer 40k focused channels on YouTube that just do battle reports. If you're into 40k and have the means by which to do battle reports and you have nice minis, do it. You will have a following. It is not as niche as you think. You will succeed more than you would doing gaming. I helped a friend build up a Warhammer 40k channel that they then stole from me. Or didn't steal it from me, they just locked me out of it. I actually then also made my own just to test it, because I thought maybe, hey, have that going at the same time as YouTube if Twitch never becomes a thing because my internet connection is too bad. But yeah, if you can film battle reports that look good on Warhammer 40k or similar, do it. There's a massive audience for that. Massive. Is there enough of my audience who would be interested in it? I don't have anyone to play it with. So probably not. I wouldn't mind showing off my minis that I'm painting in vlogs. I plan to get back into the painting side in summer, although if I'm moving into a new house then it will have to wait until the new house is set up. But I do plan to get back into it. Right now your only problems about streaming is you need the money for a PC. Do you have a console, Lace? Because I mean you can stream from Xbones and PS4s now. Also, I really should be using a better gun. I guess back to the Corsair. We are probably going to need to buy health on this floor as well. Make sure that any new house you buy will have good enough internet. Yes. Yeah, I will look into it. Or rather, I've already looked into it for the shortlist, but I'd make doubly sure before going ahead with anything, because it's a must. I don't need it any better than I have now, so as long as this is at least as good as this, it's fine. But I think one of the houses I was looking at does actually have better. Like up to 72 down, and that would probably mean 40 something up. Again, more than I would need really, but still nice to have. It would mean making the shift to full 1080 videos as opposed to 720 would be easier. Oh, did I miss something? Oh yeah, I missed that. Vlog with painting minis. I mean, I can show off some of my old painted miniatures. You can also just see them on the channel as well. Like, hang on, I can link you to it. It still exists. You can see some of my painted miniatures on it. I don't think it had a... Hang on. No, I don't want to go to Google Plus. I want to go to, like, website. There. No, that's Google Plus again. Yeah, I don't think it has a like a personalized branded link. But there you go, chat. There's my Warhammer 40k channel that I started and never finished. If you want to see some of my miniatures. Problem with Xbox is the built-in Twitch app isn't supported anymore. Oh, that sucks. Dawn of War Dark Crusade? I think I played Dark Crusade. And Strange Lace does not have consoles. Alright. Well, once you have a PC, go for it. There we go. Alright. Any plan for me and the crew to meet up in person? Me and CR might meet up again. Other than him, though, the rest are way too far away. That move. Nope, no it didn't. You're giving me gilded bullets. I need to spend my money on health though. That's cruel. It is damage up though. How do you feel about people advertising in Discord if they do decide to stream? As long as they contribute to normal conversation, I don't mind people mentioning their streaming stuff now and then. Case in point, we did have someone in the Discord who said 5 things over the course of a month, 4 of which were them announcing they were streaming, and 1 of which was telling me to stop playing Monster Hunter. Those people disappear fast. Chat, remind me what happens if I give this guy a gun. Does he restore me to full health? Because if he does, I'm going to have to do it. Court is pretty close? I guess so, but he would need to be willing to fly and or boat, because I don't fly, and I'm a really bad traveller. Do you ever give consideration to working for or with online networks? I'm with an online network. I'm with Maker. I kind of wish I wasn't, because they don't do anything. But I almost left them like 2 years ago, and I haggled with them to give me a very good contract, and they did, so I'm not too fussed. But yeah, networks don't do anything for you, so stay independent. They'll say they do, but they don't. 1 gun gets you 1 heart. Okay, well, we can get rid of... Little Bomber. Get rid of Magnum. And Science Cannon. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Do you still get credit from ChronoGG if you aren't actively promoting them? Yes. If you use my link to go to chrono.gg, no matter what game they have for sale, I will get credit for the purchase if you go via my link. If you just go to the site normally, then obviously not, no. But yeah, the link is always active. I don't know what game it mentions, but there is a Chrono command. It'll be an out-of-date offer, but the link is there. What was... Oh, that was when Crawl was on sale, yeah, that was a while back. I really should just make that a generic one, rather than game-specific. There are some really bad things about Maker. Well, don't worry, they're mostly out of business now. Disney bought them, and then... I'm still alive. And then they weren't making them enough money, so they mostly dropped all their talent and all their workers, and now it's just part of Disney's structure. Like, I got like 10 different managers in a year, and I still haven't heard from any of them since. I think that's probably why they were fine to keep me as a networked channel when they kicked out so many, because I don't complain. I haven't ever needed to ask them for anything because I know how YouTube works myself. So they're essentially just getting some money from doing nothing. So why wouldn't they keep me on? Well, it's not very much money, so I guess the joke's on them. Has there been any YouTubers that have approached me for a collab other than your friends? Yes, once. And then on the day they were supposed to do it, they didn't get back to me. Since then, no. I did do a collab with another British YouTuber for Starbound. That was arranged via our network. That was a long time ago. That was actually about the only thing of value I got out of them, actually, now I think about it. That was when they had a UK branch, which I imagine is now closed. Also, we had this room in the last run, rather. And I really should be using double vision more often. What kind of dog is Maya? Maya is a Lab Collie cross. So half Collie, half Labrador. And she is 10.5 years old. Sacrifices must be made. You're absolutely correct. I might end up having to get another gun kicked off. Or kicked out rather soon. Ooh, was not expecting that. Sounds like a fun dog. They are very fun dogs. A little bit dip it, as we say in the UK, but fun. You have a 10-year-old mini schnauzer who yaps at everything. Well, as you probably heard in videos, Maya barks a lot of the time too. You just stay over there. Yeah, I like that your questions have wound down at roughly the same floor where I stopped talking inside baseball anyway. It's interesting how these things work out. We did also lose 30 people in the time it took me to answer your questions. So what do you take from that? Probably don't do Inside Baseball live again. But if I have a topic of discussion, I'm still going to do it. Poison immunity and +1 HP is pretty good. I know it lowers my damage though. Maybe do the boss first. Next time, use the key. Good advice. I assume that'll be the boss right down there. It's probably not the High Priest. In fact, I don't think it can be if it's from the top, so there is that. I appreciate Inside Baseball User Edition, so thanks. You're welcome. Oh, from that angle. Kill pillars? How does the wands fire again? If it is kill pillars, Skull Splitter might be better. Oh, it's the wall. Never mind then. Focusing for a brief moment, chat, bear with me. Oh, I walked into the bullet then. I needed that HP ball. Died easy though. Yeah, the Inside Baseball ones are there for people who care about Inside Baseball, which is obviously not everyone. Yeah, I think I'd rather just... Am I right about the gilded bullets? Yeah. We want to keep them. The money, that is. Yeah, the Inside Baseball is not for everybody, so I understand that. Why not the Corsair? Because the top of the room would end up being too tall, so they wouldn't bounce back. What type of music do I like? Death metal, punk rock, J-rock, anime, game, some opera, some 80s music. Basically, anything and everything. I'm not loyal to one particular band or genre. It was listening to punk music that inspired me to learn to play an instrument. In 20 years this will die. There you go. It is gamma ray, mind you, it's not exactly powerful. I got stuck on the corner! Did you grow up with bullet hell shooters? I grew up mostly with like Mario games, Mega Man, Sonic. So not really, no, I kind of missed them. I didn't play any of the classic ones. I honestly thought I was below that bullet. It was not. Or fire, whatever it is. Yeah, I was below that one. load back in chat in a second. I hate these blue fires, they need to die. There we are. Which metal band do you like? I like Nightwish. I like Death Clock. I like Iron Maiden. I really like playing along to the bass intro to Killers. Do you listen to Amon Amarth? I have not heard of them. I may have heard something by them, I just don't know the name. The Faceless One, out of curiosity, which do you make more money from, Twitch or YouTube? Right now, Twitch. Usually YouTube, but the ad money on YouTube is in the toilet right now, so now it's Twitch. Activating bits also helped that as well. Bits is actually my biggest source of income on Twitch. More so than subscriptions, more so than ads, because ads on Twitch are garbage as well. For the most part. I also never really run ads. Yeah, this hammer chasing me around is real fun. Means I can't stop to look at chat because I'm constantly having to dodge. Real good design, that. Where's the first video game system you owned? I owned an Atari. Can't remember if that was before or after the Commodore, but I did play on the Commodore 64. Or a Commodore 64, it wasn't mine though. I remember playing Dizzy on it. And being terrible at it. Because we were young and stupid. Do you like Funeral for a Friend? I think I've heard a song by them that I like called Oblivion. Vaguely remember that. And another one by them where it like starts with a phone call. I can't remember what it's called though. Oh, Gamma Ray was kind of doing okay. Get chickens, son. Also get squished. Hello, Supernova. The internet has been conking on you all day. That's fine. You missed run 99. This is run 100 of Gungeon, and I've been answering questions kind of non-stop for the past hour-ish. Mr. Brightside by the Killers hasn't left the top 100 in the UK since it came out in 2004. Is that right? Mr. Brightside is a good song. I like it. I think I have it on iTunes actually, as a result of I've got a couple of punk rock bands, punk rock collections and things. I'm pretty sure that's on it.
Ooh.
Thank you for the bit, shady character. Well then, have some bits. Shady character. You don't have anything to do with Mafia Frog, do you? Not that I'm implying that he associates with your sort. How do you feel about support from fans, mails, letter, etc.? I imagine it feels great. Getting nice messages where people say that for some reason hearing a Scottish fool play a video game has helped them through depression or loss or just a shitty time is the best feeling in the world. It means that the quote-unquote job has purpose above and beyond just earning a living. It means you've done good. And I personally strive to try and do good. I might be too moralistic sometimes, but I take pride in my morals, I take pride in doing the right thing, and trying to do right by other people as well. Not always succeeding, but trying. And yeah, when it took me a while to get the PO box, I'm glad I did now. Like Supernova, for instance, who just turned up. She has sent some amazing things that she probably spent hours on to my PO box, and it's great. I have a box full of treasured memories now of things people have sent me. Oh, I don't have a key. Arg. If you could have your own entrance music, what would the song be? The Touch by Stan Bush. Simple as. What's the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything? 42. Where does the term inside baseball come from? It is an American term for baseball, I believe. I've heard it used. We don't really get chickened. Wow. Ow. We don't really use it here because we don't have baseball, but it's just a different way of saying, like, talking about the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, which isn't of interest unless you're just very curious or in that sphere. Like, does anybody really care about the ins and outs of baseball, even if they like watching it as a sport? Probably not. So I guess that's where it comes from. Get chickened, a lot of you. Thank you for the bits, Exponchuck, as well. The corgis are getting concerned. They forgot the storms are coming. Oh, yeah. Who's the first person to send you fan art? Of my channel avatar in particular? I think it might have been you, Kensei, but I honestly can't remember. I'm stopping to actually think. I mean, I think technically Court was the first person to draw him as his own individual character, as opposed to me just using Nega Scott from Scott Pilgrim. Do I like any sports? Not these days. When I was younger, I played basketball and badminton. Ooh, I think maybe we just try Dragon, given we have 4. Yeah, I think we're gonna. So, one last burst of questions, then we'll kill Dragon, then a couple more, and then we're gonna have to end. We'll end the episode anyway, not ending the stream. Water cooler talk. Yeah, that's the same type of thing. Although water cooler talk is more like gossip, isn't it? Any tips for an aspiring Gungeoneer? Learn patterns. That's all there is to it. You will learn over time. The more you play Gungeon, the better you'll get at it. Simple as. There's sometimes outlier cases. But, you know, just play it a lot and you'll do fine. Alright. I will look at one last burst of questions after Dragon is dead or I am dead. Shouldn't have done that until I reloaded. Reload faster. I have no idea what I'm using to fight him after this runs out of ammo, incidentally. Decision time. Corsair? No, it's Skull Splitter. Oh, don't you dare. Nice. I wouldn't read that out since you had personal information in it, Gamera, but you're very welcome. I also went through something similar last year. Oh, it was worth it. Thank you, D-Mage, for 10 months in a row. That is more months than have existed in the world ever. Thank you. Oh, we got it. Oh, lost. That was a good way to end this. Alright chat, last chance for questions. I'm gonna go shoot myself in the head now. Golden Skulls because I had Gilded Bullets, yes. That Gilded Bullets was what carried that. Oh, right, yeah. I can't really go to bullet hell with my HP the way it is. 2 out of 5. SM Orc. Yes, you can SM Orc if you want. I don't know about Quiplash, but just in general, Jackbox, I'd be okay with that. Goodbye, Janice. Your wife is back with pork belly. Nice. Also, enter the Gungeon. For the people watching on the YouTube side, I hope you've enjoyed the 100 episodes that have followed, or preceded this one. Well, it's 99. God damn it, I'm getting caught up in my words again. Thank you for distracting me with some hmms. And also for the bit slide take. For people watching... Oh, god damn it, you did it again.
Ooh.
No, this is a special outro because I'm having to thank them for watching 100 episodes of Gungeon, so it's not exactly as you wrote in that message, but it's very close still. Thank you for watching 100 episodes of Gungeon if you have. There will be more to come. There is other roguelikes on the channel, obviously, so the episodes are a bit spaced out, but there will be more coming, both recorded live and not. Thank you, and ta-ta for now.